All right, guys, so I'm back again with another video, and this one is about the Oxford, the Oxford shooting. I think now it was 3 victims that died, but they announced another one who was in the hospital that didn't make it, so that makes a fourth one who passed away. May they rest in peace. It's sad and unfortunate, but now they're saying that the parents are getting charged. Listen to this.
The shooter's parents, Jennifer and James Crumbly. The charges are as follows. James Crumbly is charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Jennifer Crumbly is also charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Today I am announcing charges.
So you just heard that they are getting charged. Um, Oof. Now this one is a tough one. So I was under DL Hughley's post because he posted that clip, that snippet, and he says this: the family that prays together stays together. Team DL, right? So but that's just keeping it real. DL Hughley, he is very white versus black type. You know what I mean? So he's going to be biased, and because it's a white 15-year-old that done this, he's just like, I don't care. Get the white parents too. Um, but when it was, I think if it's, what's that guy? I think his name Timothy, a black teen. I think it was 18 or 17, still in school or whatever. And I think it was 18, and he used the excuse that he was bullied. Remember him, Timothy Yipkins or whatever his name was, Simpkins. He shot up, I think, 3 people and a teacher or something like that, or 2 people and a teacher or something like that. And on a bunch of black sites, they were making excuses for him, saying it's bully, it's bully. And my thing was, even if it was bully, which I never believed it really truly was, but even if it was, coming to school and shooting up is not the excuse. I mean, I was bullied in school too. I would either argue back or eventually fight back. I never thought about bringing a gun. I don't know anyone else during my time in school that ever brought a gun either. Right? So now when it comes to this case, that it involves a white young teen who's 15 who shotting up the school, and there was word about that he was getting bullied too. And in my head, I'm like, I don't care. Even if that is happening, I keep my same energy. I don't care if you black or white. I keep my same energy. That's still not the way to go. He's 15. He know that was wrong, and I'm all right with them charging him as an adult, as they should. Now, when it comes to the parents, do I think that is right? Okay, so they bought a gun. The father bought a gun. I think he was with his son too when he bought the gun, but he bought the gun anyway, and he bought the gun, and he brought it legally. You know, However, how did the child get a hold of the gun? So, did he just leave it all willy nilly? I think he said he checked his drawer and it was gone. Well, if the child knew you bought a gun, and the child's 15, right? So the child knew you brought a gun, and you just put it in a drawer. You don't have a safety box. You don't have a good hiding spot to put it, especially if that week and that day before the shooting, you had to talk to your child because they had, I don't know, behaviors or that disturb you, or you not want to say disturb, but you kind of question or something like that. So I just feel like I'm gonna be fair with this because I feel like that's a slippery slope. And you have people arguing, saying, so if my child take a knife and stab someone, would I be responsible for that? No, because a gun, a knife is not. You need a license for a doggone knife. Okay, you just get that out the store. You don't need that. But when it comes to a gun, when there's a child underage around, you got to have that safety put away. Now I don't know the laws on that, but I do feel like I'm not gonna say they deserve. I'm gonna say this: do I think they deserve harsh time? No, they already suffering enough knowing that their child did some crap like this, and now he gonna serve some time, right? So they already suffering enough. Now I do believe to set in a better example, something should happen. Okay, I do believe something should happen. I don't just think it should be so extreme where they spend 10 years and 15, 20 years. I don't agree with that per se. I don't think, of course, that wasn't the intention at all, I'm pretty sure. But at the same time, if you're going to buy a gun as an adult, you got to be responsible with it, especially if you got a child in the home. And I don't care, even if your child didn't show signs that he was a little troubled or depressed or whatever. I don't care if you so happy go lucky. When you, I remember when I was little, and my grandmama had a old gun up in the closet top pot, right? And my brother been watching her, and he saw where she put it at or whatever. Or he been eavesdropping, so he got the gun. And I tell y'all no lie, he got the gun and he was playing around with it, and he just aiming it at people's house and stuff, and he really tried to pull a trigger, not because he just really want to kill somebody, but because he just young and dumb. We were really young, y'all. And so that my point is this: when you have something laying around, I don't care if the child depressed or not, and they're underage, yeah, at 15 you should know a little bit more better, because we was younger than 15. But yeah, you should know a little better, even more better, a little bit more better. But my thing is this though: they're underage. They got that law for a reason, right? That when it's you got to conceal a bad boy. You got to hide that bad boy. You can't just have that stuff just laying around so a child can grab it or anyone to grab it. But yeah, man, I remember when we was little, man. He been trying to pull that dog on trigger, and I'm looking at him like, no, no. And then I'm hiding behind something, but then he put it away. Thankfully, when our dad find out that he had the gun and been sneaking it, he confronted. I think he confronted my mama, and say talk to your mama, which was our grandma, and say and my mama was saying you need to have that in a better place, not where these kids can just grab it or grab a hold of it or whatever. So she had put it in a different. I guess she put it in a different place. I don't know where she put it, but she put it in a different spot or whatever. And that's how you do it, you know. Cause my mama and daddy wasn't aware of the a gun, but when they find out, they heard my brother over talking and they got a hold of him. Guess what? They acted immediately. Like, no, this ain't it. This ain't what you do. You got to get rid of this, or put it in a better spot or something. So I think something should happen. I just don't know what. Like, should they serve community service for some such and such hours? Should they serve at least a year in jail, or what? To, I guess, setting a better example. However, I do feel like if someone want to go to school and try to kill people, they're gonna make it happen or try to make it happen somehow. Although, so with that being said, I guess just make it hard for them or something. But yeah, that's it's just crazy. Um what's going on. I was surprised that happened because I actually didn't think they was going to charge them, but they did charge because I don't really hear that a lot. That's why I thought it was crazy. Not that it's completely wrong. But like I said, something should happen. I just don't think it should be anything extreme, too extreme. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, yeah, they made a mistake, but he's the driving force. He wants to do the real killing, so he the one need to serve the big time. I ain't care if he's 15. He need to serve the big time. But it is crazy how they going hard on this case though. But the other guy who claimed Timothy Simpkin, the black guy, and this is the media's doing. Timothy Simpkin, they want to portray him as a bully and all that. But the minute a white person say they bully, oh, they're ready to get mad and say that's unexcusable, which I agree. But I feel like that's for all race. It shouldn't matter about your race or sex. It just doesn't matter about your race or your sex. I just feel like I don't care if you're getting bullied. That's not an excuse to just go into school and just shooting up people. And y'all know the high school football player who rushed the school shooter. He had sacrificed his own life. That's unfortunate. His name is Tate Meyer. That's also sad too. It's just so much stuff that just been coming out with this situation. Now he is definitely a hero though. Oh man, that was so sad. He was 16 years old, y'all. But yeah, that's the fourth person who passed, four victims, and that's the update. The parents are getting charged, and we'll see how that goes. So that's all my thought on this situation. If you can comment in the comment section, do so. I don't know. They may let you, and they may not. Bye.